Okay. I figured that. I tried to go live on LinkedIn. It said I'm not approved for that. I figured. So, okay, let's see.
Yeah, because you can go. I think like the easiest ones to go live on is just like Facebook, LinkedIn, no Facebook, and like YouTube. If you once you get approved for YouTube, are like the easier ones. And then you can
Okay.
do IG, but like you gotta. It's a lot more pieces to that one.
Okay. It says I'm going
Yeah,
live.
you live. Say you
Okay.
live somewhere. We live somewhere.
We're live. We're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Brand Zone. Here for all your marketing, branding, scaling, and selling advice. You all are in for a treat today. I have a special guest, the branding queen, Miss Carrie. How's it going?
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for thinking about me. Like when I saw your message, I was like, me?
Oh man, I've been wanting to get you on the show. I'm saving my hitters, my real hitters at the end because I'm getting all my people. I don't want to belittle anybody I had at the beginning or anything like that, but I wanted to prove myself to some people before I reached out to them. And you were one of those people. I met you at the Click Funnel conference,
Mm-hmm.
and you were on point out there, and we've established an online relationship as well. And I've been keeping up with your marketing and branding and taking little tips and tricks from you. And so I'm excited
Yay!
to have you on the show to be able to share that with my audience.
Thank you. That's and like that literally means the world to me because it's always like in the entrepreneur thing, like especially like when you're online, like you never know what's hitting, like you never know, so you're just like, I hope people like it. I hope somebody
Mm.
sees it.
Yeah. So speaking of that, how long have you been in entrepreneurship?
So we actually started the business July of last year. So it's been literally like a whirlwind. Like so everything just started happening so quickly. But I was working a 9 to 5. I was actually working for Subway corporate office as their business consultant, pretty much helping franchise owners scale their business and increase their profitability and visibility.
Oh, okay, okay. And what's the name of your company and what all does it entail?
Yeah, so the official name is CE Consulting Services, but we trademarked it Branding with Carrie because we realized that everybody was like wanting to talk to me. So like when they were like CE Consulting Services, what is this? So we were like,
Yeah.
let's just switch it up. Let's do Branding with Carrie. And it's funny because my husband, the CE is his name, Emmanuel. So when he saw the branding with Carrie, he was like, "Oh, am I out the game?" I was like, "No, you're there, but like nobody just doesn't want to talk to you. Like nobody wants to talk to you."
Hey, they want to speak to the expert. I know. Let me
Yeah, I
speak
was
to
like,
the
"No."
boss. Yeah, I know that's right. So yeah, and I know you specialize in branding, and I've been struggling with that. I'm more on the marketing, analytics, data driven side. I love looking at those things, and this is my first time using StreamYard. So if this doesn't go on Apple or anything like that, I'm just trial and error. And right now I'm on YouTube now, so that's different, and Periscope, and both my
Okay.
Facebook pages. So that's
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's a little different for me. So I'm trying to get into branding aspect of things, and I know I need to do that to scale my business. I have a digital marketing agency as well. So what is the key thing when it comes to branding that you see a lot of businesses maybe failing on, or maybe the key thing that you would recommend businesses look out for when it comes to branding?
Yeah, so the first thing that I feel like is very important for people to truly understand what branding and what a brand is. So a lot of people when they think about branding, because there's so many people that do visual aspects, that's the first thing that they think about. They're like, well, I need to have a logo, I need to have colors, I need to have something. But that's actually not where it starts. Where it starts is when you have a central message that you are putting in everything that you do. You're putting, so for us, we call it Care Bear Feels. Everything we do, we try to make sure there's Care Bear Feels in everything. We want to make sure people feel good about it, people feel happy about it, and they get excited. So even when it comes down to our graphics that we put out on social media, the conversation that we have with people, the way that we do anything, we always try to make sure people come back like, oh my gosh, Carrie's so amazing. This see, so Care Bear Feels, like that's what we go for. And then from there we said, okay, we want Care Bear Feels. What colors, what fonts, what images can we create that still gives that when we're not talking? And that's when we came out with our color palettes and our typographies, because we wanted to make sure that translated. And then we went and say, okay, now what kind of content can we put out that's not only going to make us an expert, but also show us as a resource? And then what can we do to make sure we stay authentic and consistent?
Got you. So you mentioned a lot of things right there. I mean, if someone could specialize in each aspect of those things you said, I think they would be okay. I think they would be all right. Like such as typography, you know, where do you get that kind of psychology or science to know what typography works? So you just look at it and say, hey, that's a Care Bear looking typography? Or
so for us, like what we wanted to do is, one, we had to also understand our customers. So that's always what I tell people. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to truly understand, who do you serve? Like, who are the people that you serve? And do you truly know the people? Whenever we have like a long, I would say like a 2-3 hour call sometimes, or face to face, and we say, who is this person, and get it down to what is that person's name? Like, who are they? And then every question that my clients ask is, would this work for this person? So one of our clients, her person is Gigi. So every time she does anything, she was like, would Gigi like this? Does this make sense for Gigi? Okay, no, so let me not do it. So when it comes to the fonts and the colors and things like that, is, would Gigi like this? Does this also match my messaging? And is this like, would Gigi, like, would this be responsive to Gigi? So for us, we deal with a lot of clients who, we have a lot of startup clients, but we have people who are like starting to get the traction. That's where the bulk of our clients are starting to get a little bit of traction, but they're noticing that the stuff that they did before is no longer working. So they try to DIY it themselves. They were using Canva, they were using all this stuff, but it wasn't connecting anymore. So we want to make sure for our stuff is that it still has a Care Bear feel. So we, like, if you ever see like our script fonts, it's very fun, but then we add the professionalism with like the serif fonts and things like that kind of add a more like cleaner look.
And that's huge, you know, staying congruent with your colors and fonts and things like that. And you mentioned Canva, and I know you have a workshop coming up, and I don't want you to give us all the tips, and unless you want to, but you don't have to go in detail of the course or the workshop, but kind of explain, like, what's your experience with Canva? If used properly, I'm sure it can be very beneficial for you to have a whole workshop about it. So
so like when we first started in this industry, like, we were using Photoshop and all these things, and what was happening is that we would give it to our clients, and there would be something where they're like, oh man, I want to just use this, but like, I don't know how to use Photoshop. So then we said, okay, like, what can we do to make the track for them? Because most of our clients, like, they're DIYers, so they're not trying to learn about layers and all these crazy things. They just want to kind of come in, change some stuff, change a couple colors, and then walk away and then run their business. So when we start getting into Canva, we were like, okay, if we get into Canva, we can't have it look like Canva. It needs to still have that Photoshop feel in Canva, and it needs to make sure that they can actually get the stuff done, change things around with very minimal time. So that's what happened.
Is there a way to, like, I've seen your flyers and all that. Is that done with Canva, or are you using Photoshop?
Yeah, so majority of stuff that we do in Canva, because we try to show people that you can do it. And then a lot of our client stuff, and actually all of our client stuff, is all done in Canva.
So are you able to make like transparent backgrounds? Like,
transparent backgrounds. You can do shadowing. You can do cutouts. Like, I know a lot of people are doing like the little cutouts with the like kind of sticker like fills. There's a lot of stuff, and literally, like, Canva is always updating their programs. Like, it seems like every couple of months, like every month. So it's always new features. Even a feature right now in Canva that you can actually post from Canva on your social media.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so I know it looks, I follow some people on social media and Instagram, and they put out these images with like graphics, like 10 steps to do this, and they have it all nice with their logo and colors and all that. How much time would someone have to put in to a creative like that? Like, is that?
So the thing is, like, so most of our clients, they get stressed out with empty canvas. we call it the empty canvas syndrome. So they see a white canvas and they're just like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? So what we do, and even what we actually offer, is we create templates for our clients. So we have templates for our clients, and we actually also have a template shop, and we pretty much say, hey, here's some templates. A lot of stuff's already created for you. All you have to do is change some colors, maybe add a couple of boxes or things, and you're pretty much done. So that there takes the time from something that probably would have took you an hour because you're looking at an empty canvas to you being done in actually like 5 minutes. And now you're actually able to run your business.
That's awesome. And I feel like everyone should be outsourcing something like that to someone such as yourself, because I mean, social media is very powerful. Like, that's where all my clients have been coming from. Just, TikTok is just wild. Like,
yeah, I actually just started on it. It's actually it's fun. It's fun. My niece is 7, and she I did my first TikTok this week. Like, it's funny because I recorded like all these TikToks, but I didn't do anything with it because I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to jump. And then I was like, okay, let me do it. And my niece is like, oh my gosh, TT, you're a TikToker.
It's powerful. LinkedIn and TikTok is so powerful. And now I'm probably on my 14th post on TikTok.
Okay.
This last post I did yesterday got me like 80 followers. So I'm like, wow, because at first it wasn't happening like that. I was getting 5 likes, no followers, 1 or 2 followers, but I'm learning the more content you put out there, something's going to stick. And I had that one that stuck, and I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm really trying to branch out into different creatives and sticking with the brand. And I know I like looking at pages where it's just everything is congruent.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, like, even with TikTok, like, so what we noticed is that, we did the TikToks, but what we made sure that we did is we brought it over. So because our stuff is very structured, we knew that the one thing that we were missing is we wanted to create some more like authentic and like normacy with our stuff. So we were like, let's actually sprinkle our TikToks in to our content, so it's something on like from TikTok. And it was a way to kind of like just break up the fact of like all our stuff being always like super, like always just super like on brand and things like that. We're like, let's switch it up and let's add some more just regular everyday stuff.
Okay. And before we get too far in this conversation, for the people listening, I just want them to know that you do have a workshop coming up, and you're going to be training people on how to use Canva. Can you talk a little bit about the layout of your workshop?
Yeah. So what's super, super cool about it is, so we launched the template shop, and when I say labor of love, like it was a lot. Like it literally, I started working on this template shop. So we already had the shop, and I was like, oh, we should move it to Shopify. So I moved it to Shopify, and literally this was May. So we finally finished, and I was like, I want to do something really crazy and cool to not only like get people to be able to access the templates, but also teach people how to use Canva. So we're actually going to do it on the 15th, and I decided to actually add an extra date, which is not, what's that, the 19th? No, the 15th, 18th, the 18th, which is a Wednesday. No, 19th. Yeah, it's 19th, whatever that Wednesday is. So it's Saturday and Sunday and Wednesday. So what you actually get is I actually show you how to use Canva to actually market your business. Because the thing is, I don't want to just show you how to use Canva, because that's not going to help a business owner. Me saying, okay, these are the tools. I want to say, hey, this is how you can do it to actually market your business with ease and quickness. And then what's super cool also is I'm giving away $50 worth of Boston branded books that you can actually use in the template shop. So you actually have access to use $50. And I think like there's literally a set that's all things social, that's $67. And it literally has over 200 assets that you can use to market your business. And literally you have all of that there. And I think you're going to pay like $17 for it with the $50 off.
That's awesome. And I'll get with you and get the link so people can sign up for that, because I need to join something like that, because I'm seeing the power of social media. But we've been quarantined. I haven't been going to chamber. I went to one Chamber of Commerce meeting, but that's nothing compared to what's happening online right now. Like, the more I'm posting, hey, I'm seeing the result.
And the thing is, like what I tell people, and it's funny, that's what I just posted about, is right now I'm on a mission to help 20 entrepreneurs by the end of the year increase their presence and visibility on social media. Because right now, the entrepreneurs are all about making an impact and contribution are not getting heard, because this is when all of the salesy, loud people come out. And they're going to just like take over everything of the people who actually are trying to make an impact. So for me and my clients, I'm like, hey, we have to make sure that whatever we put out is so strategic and so like on brand that like you get seen for your target audience. And when they see your stuff, they know that you're for them.
That's absolutely critical right there.
Yeah.
And so something had to trigger you to want to get into branding. Like, what made you want to make your business all about branding?
So, hold on, give me.
I know how that goes. That's quarantine life right there. That's quarantine. Everybody's used to it now. Everybody's used to it.
Yeah, my niece came down and got her little phone it's my little half phone, and then she left the door wide open. So there you out there yelling. But yeah, so like my first position, I actually my first position after I graduated college, like I would say like somewhat legit position, is somebody asked me to be a restaurant manager of this pizza place. And I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing about how to run a restaurant or how to do anything business related or entrepreneurial or anything. I literally have a degree in psychology. So I come from talking about how people feel to like, hey, run my business. So like literally it was all like gut feelings. Like what can I, like in my head, I was like, what can I do to get more people into this restaurant? Because it was a brand new restaurant. I was like, what can I do to get people in here? And what we did is like, we call it the fat. I was like, we're going to just go crazy hard on the fat 5. We're going to make sure that everybody in the 5-mile radius knows who we are to increase their presence and increase our presence and visibility. And I was like, if we can do that, we can win. And like not even knowing that this was the issue that so many people had. Mm-hmm. So we were doing that. We did so amazing. I decided to depart because like it was a small restaurant, and I really like I just graduated from college. So like in college, you're like, I don't need healthcare. Like I'm cool. So even like that first 2 years, I was like, I don't need healthcare. Like nobody cares about that. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting on now. I might need healthcare. Yeah. So I decided to book it and get me a full-time, like a real full-time job so I can get healthcare. But within like 6 to 8 months of me being gone, the restaurant actually closed. And like some of the people that I was talking to about it, I was like, well, what happened? They were like, well, you know, people just weren't coming to the restaurant anymore. And I was like, how? And they were like, well, just like people they weren't doing everything. It's like they weren't continuing the process. They weren't being consistent with the stuff that you were doing. And then I just kept noticing, because I started going to other restaurants, and even the restaurants that I was at, I was noticing how some restaurants would do really great, even though they were super close to each other. And then some restaurants wouldn't do great. And I'm like, why was this restaurant doing better than this one if they're so close to each other? And it's the fact that presence and visibility, the people there weren't being as loud about it. People there that weren't spreading the message out, say, hey, we're here. I plant my flag. And then like the more we kept doing it, and then like when I started working at Subway, I was like, we had entrepreneurs and they were like, Carrie, we can't have people come in. And these people are like smack downtown Atlanta, and they don't have any sales. And I'm like, how do you not have sales? Like you're smack down. And it's the fact that they lack presence and visibility. And then like when I just kept seeing like through those years, I just kept seeing businesses like close, restaurants close. And it wasn't the fact that they closed because they weren't good. They closed because nobody knew who they were. Nobody saw them. And I was like, why is that? Like, why don't people understand that? Why don't people understand that they have to be consistent? They have to show out, they have to show up, and they have to provide value. And I was like, if I can help people do that, if I can help one business a day or one business a month or just one business ever be able to like make an impact and not close down and be able to have the life that they want, like that's the impact that I want to make. That's the contribution I want to make.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like, oh man, you know, having a purpose-driven mission, and it is critical to be able to make noise, stand out, and be seen, and that's what this is all about, you know. And branding is critical. Like, I mean, it's huge because you really, I like paid traffic. I love paid traffic. I can say I love that kind of of traffic. But you don't really, I hate to say it, but you might not need it if your branding and consistency is up there like it should be. But
And the
I
thing
mean,
is, like, even with paid traffic, like I have a couple of clients that do paid traffic, and they'll come to me and they'll be like, Carrie, like, my paid traffic is better because people go check out my pages and they see that I'm consistent there, because that's what people do now. Like, we're in a online age world, so people don't just say, okay, they have an ad, this is great, I'll trust it. They're gonna be like, hey, let me go check them out. So if they go check their person out and they see consistency and authenticity in everything that they post, they're gonna be like, okay, let me buy from them. But if they go, you have this amazing ad, and then they go to your page and there's nothing, they're not gonna buy from you.
Yeah, and Facebook knows that too. They'll charge you more if you're not posting or anything like that on your page and you're running ads. They're gonna charge you more. Like, okay, but they reward you if you post consistently on your page. So that's why I love Instagram links to my Facebook and my Twitter. So I just post something on Instagram and goes to all three. So and yeah, I'm running a little ad on my Facebook page just to get people coming through. So yeah, I mean, it all works together. I'm not gonna say paid traffic doesn't benefit businesses. It benefits businesses greatly.
The thing I say about the reason why paid traffic is so good is because paid traffic takes out the wait time when it comes to knowing if your stuff actually works.
Yeah,
because like the thing about organic is, yes, it takes a minute. It takes a minute for people to see your stuff. You have to be consistent. You have to continuously be consistent. So people have to continuously keep seeing your stuff. Like, they all hear your stuff 7 times before they say yes to you. So think if you're doing that organically, that's a lot of times to get a lot of people to say yes. But if you add doing that plus doing paid, like, you'll always win.
Most definitely.
So it adds that just step, like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Most definitely. Especially for startups, people not really knowing who you are. It is great to bring that awareness to your brand. So that's awesome. And oh man, so I don't want to hold you up too long this evening. Where I have, luckily with StreamYard, I can put your Instagram right there under your name. So
I see that, Branding with Carrie. Hang out with me.
Yeah, check out Branding with Carrie to see how a page is supposed to look. And if you're a business owner, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. I mean, I feel like this could work for any industry. Reach out to Carrie, and I might reach out to her myself because those templates sound good.
Yeah, no, the templates are amazing, and I was actually gonna. If you want me to, I can share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
And I can, and I can actually walk them through the templates.
That'd be great. That'd be real great. Oh man, y'all getting the extra today. Okay. Pull out my pen and paper and record my screen real quick.
So when you go to brandingwithcarrie.com, and that's what's cool. So you see Branding with Carrie, just go .com, and then you'll be with me. So you just go here, you click here to the Boston Branded Template Shop. And then we have like all these crazy templates. So like, this is a really cool template. This is like a video bundle. We call it Death to Sucky Videos because we believe that people have our clients and the people that we serve have messages and missions they need to get out to the world. So their videos do not need to look like everybody else's videos. They need to have videos that are impactful, that are show stopping and scroll stopping.
That is awesome.
So we have your spread your message. So like, we have people who do like ebooks and slide decks and stuff, or workbooks. Let's say you have something coming up and you need help with that. We have the spread your message template. That's all these crazy cool things. And we have it in 5 different styles. So you have like your bold and beautiful, you have your explorer, you have suited, a little spring blossom for our girly girls in the world, and then we have the clean lines that's super, super cool as well.
Awesome.
And then the thing that I think was super cool, which I was actually like proud of myself about, and what we actually we're working on, is we realized that people like specific things. Like, they say, okay, I'm doing this, I need this. So we were like, what can we create to help that? So we knew right now everybody are doing summits, podcasts, and challenges. So we were like, I have the needle for them so they can be able to like start their stuff. So we create like a summit bundle. So like if you have a summit coming up, we literally gave you all the little assets that you need.
Oh,
so
wow.
You have, yeah, so we have it in three versions. So you have it so it's a Facebook cover, feature photos, group photos. Like it's super dope. Like this is the feminine version, we have the popular version. But literally like these, like I think they look amazing. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I was like, oh, this is so good.
Oh man.
But yeah,
From what
like
I
this
see
is a
so
post.
far, that looks amazing.
Yeah, so like that's a post. Like let's say you're like, hey, I'm trying to do my summit. Let's say you post something like that on your social media, somebody's gonna be like, oh, they got that might be a good summit. Like that might be good. Like automatically just by the way you're presenting yourself.
And you just plug in like the pictures, like where the people are. You just plug in your own pictures.
You just plug them straight in, and we actually talk about it in the Ready Set Canva masterclass. We'll show you that too. So let's say you have a podcast, and you're like, oh, I need to do my podcast. Like we have like podcast covers, YouTube covers, Square, like because we always tell people in our clients, we're like, hey, if you do a podcast, you need to create micro assets that you can spread to kind of draw people back to your podcast. So we do like some YouTube, some IGTV and Square templates that you can actually use on social media to drive people back. What else is there? Oh yeah, then we have like the challenge one, which I see right here. So the challenge one is super cool. Got a challenge coming up. We have like countdown days. Like these are super cool. You'll actually see a lot of these. You'll see some of this stuff in what we do because we sometimes use these templates because they just look so good. And then like our clients, like you can like kind of look and see like our clients that we have, and you'll see like how we do their stuff. So this quality that we use for this is the same quality we use for our clients. Like we didn't spare any expense on this stuff.
That is nice, boy.
That's what I said. When I say it was a labor of love, this was like this was a labor of love to put this together. But like I tell people, like if you just say I want to brand my business, you got to get you the full suite, because when I say the full suite gives you literally everything that you need to be successful. Like it's literally it's all your Facebook covers, all your feature photos, all social media posts, IG icons. Literally there's in these, even though it says one, it's actually two. So we call it a graphical version of the ebooks, and then we have a minimalistic version. So you have two of all of these, and then you have all things promo. And it's crazy because I'm just like, my people were like, Kira, you giving this away for $147? And like literally for us to do this, we charge what is it? $1,500. We charge $1,500 to do a full suite for somebody.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Everybody needs this in their toolkit. I mean, everybody needs some sort of presence like this. Like this is just professional. I mean, it screams professional.
Like I'm like this. Yeah, like it screamed like, especially like this one. So this is like our minimalistic version, and it just looks like the quality of it just looks so good. So when you see it, you're like, let's say you're like, oh, I need to do an ebook, or I'm doing a lead magnet. You create a couple pages, or let's say I'm doing a checklist. You can literally use this to create a checklist and then send it out.
Oh wow!
So there's so much that you can do with just this. It's crazy.
Oh wow!
Like I have to step myself. I'm like, Carrie, what? Like, but like the thing is, in my head, like my philosophy is, I know that everybody can't pay $2,500. Like one of like. For the $67 thing that we do for the podcast, normally we charge $697 for us to do it for them. Some people can't afford $697, but they might have a mission and a message they need to get out. It's not fair for me to say, hey, well, your mission and message is not important because you don't have money. Let me give you a way so you can get your message and missions out so you can actually impact the lives of other people.
That's awesome. That's all. And a lot of people aren't doing that for people. I mean, they're gonna charge them that $697, and they wouldn't even have an opportunity like this. So, thank you for what you're doing for the community with this. Because I mean, this is the look. This is if anybody wants to look to put out into the world to be professional, such as your service, or really reflect your quality of your service. You need to have these sort of templates or have someone do them for you. If you can't afford to have someone do it for you, this is just some plug and plug your picture in, plug your message in, and it's gonna look good.
Yeah, it's gonna look so good. Like, I'm gonna see if I can jump to Canva real quick. What's up? She gonna come down and tell me to be quiet.
Oh man.
She was like, I just want to show you like how the social media tip was, because I know for like where a lot of people are, they're just like, Carrie, I just really just want to post on social media. Like, let me just start there. Let me just post on social media every day. Like, if I can do that, like that would change things.
That's it
For me. It's like, just so you can get an idea of like just the quality of everything.
That is awesome. My goodness.
You get a little picture of me, so just know.
That is awesome. Did you like, you froze for a second. Your screen
and it's so funny. So like,
all right, you back. Yeah, you good. You good. Yeah. It just froze for a little second. But that is awesome. Like, oh man.
Funny is we created these as headers, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. We froze up again.
This page, and I was like, y'all using can y'all hear me? Oh no. Can you hear me?
last we heard you say we use these as headers.
Yeah, we just use these as headers, but we have people actually using these as like templates, because they were like, Carrie, these even look good. So you can literally use every page if you want to to do anything. But yeah, so these are just like some of the social media things, and like I think they look pretty good myself. Like, I did create them, so I might be a little close to it, but I feel like they look pretty good.
They look awesome. Oh man, I'm about to go get me a photo shoot done tomorrow. I'm about to, I want to put some good pictures in those. Like,
like this is what I will say. This is probably our most popular one. I would say our second most popular one. Is clean lines, because it's like more of that minimalistic feel. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Where is it? The girly girl spring blossom is so cute. Like, I love, like, that's the one I'm probably the most attached to. So it has a lot of cool things with that one as well.
Cool. And all this was done in Canva. All this is in Canva.
So all this is done in Canva. Yeah, all this in Canva. And the thing is that what we wanted to create is we wanted to make sure every set had its own feel, and that you could, like, it was distinct. Each one was distinct and like stood on its own.
This is awesome. So
this is clean. Yeah. So this is clean lines. So now I'm excited. Now I want to show you all of them. This is clean lines. Let me show you. I get excited because I'm just like, y'all gotta see this.
Oh man. And that, kudos to you for creating all this. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. It was a labor. Like, literally, like, me and my project manager, when we created these first sets in March, and then we did a rebrand of this during the summer, and it was just like labors of love every step of the way. That's all I can say. Labors of love. So this one's super cool. We call this like the more masculine version.
I like that bottom right one right there.
Can you hear me?
The one in the I like that one in the bottom right. Yeah. The other, the one on the right. I don't know if our right and left is different, right? But that one, yeah.
You know, that one's dope.
That's nice.
That was super dope. Nice. And then where's the other one? Let's see. Where's the other one? The other one. And we'll show, like, Lily in the training, like, we're actually going to show you guys, like, how to do it, like, how to use these effectively. So, like, it'll be easy. Like we'll actually show you like, okay, this is what we do. This is how we do it and make it super easy. To where you can actually just go in here.
How many different pieces of content do you think you have right there?
Man, there's so much stuff you can do with it. Like there's so much stuff with these things that like we have a couple clients that have used this and they're just really recycling, changing, moving it around, creating new things with it. And they're just like, Carrie, this is amazing.
That is awesome.
So this is Explorer. And then the one that's probably my favorite is for the girls. It's going to be Spring Blossom. But there's so much stuff in here. Like there's so much stuff in all of them. And then like the work that we did to kind of tweak it to make them better. Like it's amazing.
Man, that is great. That is great. That is great.
Yeah, and this is the last one. This is Spring Blossom.
Like you said, it's the labor. You put in the labor of love so everyone else don't have to. So it was we don't have
exactly.
To,
that's what I did. So like, yeah, y'all don't have to. Like y'all literally don't have to. And then like I'm just gonna actually make a copy of this and I'm just gonna literally show you how easy this is really quickly. And then like we can jump because I know you probably and it's a Friday, you know.
Man, I'm just going to Walmart. That's my outing, going to Walmart.
But okay, so let's say this is your picture, right? So let's say you're like, okay, Carrie, let me edit this up, right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna be like, I want to change my picture. So we're gonna use actually one of my clients. She's a boutique owner. She owns a boutique. Okay. So we're just gonna drop her picture in, and then we're just gonna double click on it to bring it down so we can see her face.
Okay.
Bam, she's back. She's in there. She's in action. And then, of course, because I'm extra, I'm gonna use somebody else. I'm gonna use another client to have one because I just want it to be bigger. There you go, tighter. So we have de Havilland, and de Havilland. These aren't de Havilland's colors. So there might be people that were like, Carrie, these aren't my colors. Like I don't want to use these. Like these aren't my colors. So we'll be like, okay, that's fine. Let's just switch it up. Literally here, you can click and change every color that was that color to that, like that. And now everything in here that was that color has now changed.
Oh, wow. So everything in the collection.
Everything in this collection has changed. Like everything that's in this set, these 28 pieces have now changed to that color. That was that color. So let me just show you. So we changed that, and then we're just going to put her thing is dare to eat to live. She's a plant-based health coach. She actually shows people how to rethink eating. She's super cool. She actually also makes these really cool like raw desserts that are actually like pretty good. Like she had me try some, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
You know her Instagram. I'm gonna follow her real quick. You know her Instagram?
Yeah, it's Sacred. Yeah, it's Sacred Bod.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's actually we're actually launching her stuff. When is it going to be? December. We're actually launching everything in December, so you might not see a lot of stuff on there. We actually are working on some stuff to send off to her today. My team is working on some stuff off to her today, so then you'll start seeing some really cool, amazing stuff come, like recipes and all types of amazingness are about to come her way. So
awesome, definitely. Awesome. Well, she just got another follower from me.
Yeah, she's dope. Like all her stuff is like really good. Like I was over there, I was like, oh. And then you could put just living red with Chef.
That's awesome.
So you literally could walk out now and say, oh, okay, I can use that. I'm done. You can say you're done. You can literally say right there, I'm done. Or you can say, I want to add some stuff to it. I want to be a little bit more bold. And then you can go to the elements tab. And then for her, because I know she's all about food, I'm just going to put in food. And instead of this, just drop this in.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Make this a little smaller just because I'm not going to have this so big. But now she has something that she can literally go. Oh, it's funny. I didn't even show you. This is one of her raw desserts right here. This was a what was it? It was a coconut. It was a coconut rum upside down pineapple cake. It was so good. It was so good. I was like,
good. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I was in that thing like,
you gotta let me go to Dairy Queen right now.
now what's gonna be super cool with her, and you like definitely be on the search, because we're actually gonna be like, we're doing a launch, and because we're doing it virtually, we still want to have the in-person feel. So she's actually gonna be do 24-hour shipping of some of the desserts for people who could actually come to the Zoom call.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm not too far from Georgia. I'm not.
She's gonna put that thing on. She's gonna put that thing on that dry ice and send it on over. I'm telling you, it's good.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Well,
yeah. So now she has a post. She can literally save this one post. Go to page 4. Page 4. Download PNG. Now she has her post. It took her less than 5 minutes.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
And then she actually added to the template and didn't even use the whole template, because she actually went and found something.
That is awesome.
So it's all about creating these pieces to make it so much easier for you guys. You added your brand, you added your stuff, and now you're good and you're set to go.
And before we get out, how many times would you recommend posting on social media a day?
So my thing is, because of the way social media is now, I tell people to post as much as you feel like. Post. Shoot, I'm not gonna lie. There's some days we post 7 times.
Oh wow!
And the thing is, like, because right now, because we're about to do this this Canva masterclass, me and my team right now, we're gearing up to post a lot. The thing that I tell people is, if you're not, be consistent though. If you're used to posting every 5-6 days, get consistent with posting once a day. Once you get consistent with posting once a day, add an extra post. Once you feel super consistent with that, add a post. The thing is, you want to make sure that you're consistent. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to go crazy today, and then like 3 weeks later you post again. So you want it, like, you just want to keep posting, have it super consistent, and just having stuff coming out. Because literally, like, I have people come to me and they say, Carrie, I feel like I see your stuff every day, all the time. Yeah. And that's because we're just super consistent. We just kind of make sure that we're always putting something out there.
Yeah. When it comes to hashtags, is that important? Like,
so we use hashtags. And the thing is, I tell people with hashtags is you have to think about your customer. So what would your customer be searching for? So is your customer going to search for Branding with Carrie? No, because they don't know who you are. They're going to be searching for like brand strategies or things like that. That's what they're going to be searching for. And then you always want to make sure too that whatever your hashtag is less than 500,000, because if it's over 500,000, there's so many people doing hashtag, they refresh just once your post. So you always want to make sure that it's at least about, like, I would say between 200 to 500,000, so you have some traction, but your post is gonna hang out for a minute.
Gotcha. Well, you got wise words from the queen of branding. You've seen the templates. She has a masterclass coming up November the
15th. And what's the other date? The 15th and the 18th. Yes, the 15th and the 18th.
So I'll be posting that attached to this video. Hopefully it's recorded, because it's my first time using StreamYard. And If not, it's going to be posted in descriptions on YouTube and everywhere else. So yeah,
Let's
I
get
appreciate
it.
it, Carrie. I appreciate you coming on the show. This was fun, and I'm excited about your class coming up. And if anybody needs to join the class, follow her on Instagram. And I'm gonna go up here and get some sleep because I feel like I'm about to yeah, it's been a long 2-3 days. My wife's
I feel you.
pregnant and we've been up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you pregnant. So she pregnant, you pregnant. So I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So all right, Carrie. Well,
No.
I appreciate your time and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.